YouTube family, Dreadhead family, Cayenne here, back with another video. And today we're not going to do a lock update. Instead, I want to have a discussion about common lock myths. A few in particular that I've been hearing a lot about in my comments and in other videos that I'm watching. So let's get right into it. All right, so the first lock myth that I want to talk about is that dirty hair locks faster or easier than clean hair. Now, believe it or not, there's a lot of people out there that believe if you don't wash your hair for a very long period of time, that will make it lock faster. And I'm here to tell you that that is not true. Dirty hair does not lock faster than clean hair, so make sure you are washing your hair on a regular basis. My recommendation is at least bare minimum every month. But personally for me, every 3 weeks is what I do. I wash and retwist every 3 weeks. And keeping that regular maintenance really helps keep your hair nice and healthy and clean, and it will let it grow, it will help it lock faster. Clean hair does lock faster than dirty hair, so make sure you are washing your hair. All right, the second myth that I want to talk about is that salt water is good for locking your hair. So a lot of people believe that if you put salt water in your hair, it will dry it out, which in turn will help it lock faster. And there's some partial truth to that. That being that it will dry your hair out, but that's actually a problem. You don't want your hair to be dry or brittle or things like that, because it becomes very prone to breakage. And also your scalp will get dry, and that can irritate your scalp. So imagine having a really good workout and sweating a lot, and you have this salt water all over your hair from sweat and just leaving it there, you know? So that's not a good thing. You don't want salt on your hair. You don't want salt on your scalp. It is not good for you. It's not healthy. So make sure you don't put salt water in your hair. Now, I will say I'm talking specifically about hair textures like mine, with low porosity and curly. If you have straight hair and you're trying to do dreadlocks, I have seen that does help to get it to lock faster, because it's a lot harder to lock straight hair than it is hair with a curl pattern. But for the purpose of this video, I'm talking about hair with curl pattern, low porosity, hair texture like mine. So again, salt water is not good for your hair. It will dry it out. It will make it brittle, and that's not a good thing. You do not want salt water in your hair. So the next lock myth that I want to talk about is conditioner. Now, conditioner is kind of a taboo in the lock community, because you hear a lot of people tell you don't use conditioner for two reasons. One, it causes buildup. Two, it will soften your hair and keep it from locking up. Now, the thing about that is, as far as buildup goes, anything you put in your hair can cause buildup, even regular oils that people put in. So the key point there is to make sure you're not overusing it, for one, and also more importantly, whenever you rinse your hair out, make sure you are rinsing it all out. Don't leave it in there. Don't leave any product in your hair like that. So that being said, conditioner is actually helpful. It does make your hair softer. It does make your hair healthier. It does make your hair stronger. So I personally recommend using a conditioner, even though a lot of people don't. I've been using conditioner since day one of my lock journey, and you can tell it is, it looks plenty healthy, but it obviously locked up just fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, conditioner does not stop you from locking. And if you're using it properly, it does not cause buildup. So again, conditioner is not a problem for buildup. It's not a problem for locking your hair. It will work, and it will keep your hair healthy. So don't be afraid of using conditioner. And the last myth that I want to talk about is that you need long hair to start locks. Now, I will say that having longer hair is a lot easier for the locking process. If you have starter coils and they're longer, they're much more prone to stay intact than if they are small. So that's an advantage of having longer hair, but it's not absolutely necessary. I started my locks with about 2 to 3 inches of hair. I'll have a picture up here somewhere on the video so you can see, but they turned out just fine. There was a lot of reversion in the beginning processes, in the beginning stages, a lot of reversion. A lot of coils came out and had to re-part some sections, had to recoil some sections, but ultimately they did lock up again just fine. Plus, if you're starting with short hair, there's other methods you can use. You don't have to use comb coils. You can do 2-strand twists, which you will need a little bit longer for that. But you can do instant locks with a crochet hook, or you can interlock. So I mean, there's different methods to the locking process. You don't have to do comb coils, and you certainly don't have to start with 5-6 inches of hair. You can do it with half of that. All right, so the last lock myth that I want to talk about today is it revolves around when you wash your hair. So we've already talked about the fact that washing it is good for you. Don't go for a long period of time without washing your hair. Now, this next myth is that you need to wash your hair with some kind of a stocking cap or something on there to keep your starter coils from unraveling. Now, that's kind of a double-edged sword right there, because if you do wash your starter coils and they're short in particular, a lot of them very well may come unraveled or come undone. So that's natural, that's part of the process, but it's not the end of the world. Now, what a lot of people do to combat that is they will, again, put a stocking cap or any kind of like mesh cap that water can get through onto their hair. They'll rinse it real good, get it really soaked and saturated, and then put their shampoo on top of it and just kind of rub it in. And, it soaps up and it does clean. It's definitely better than nothing. I'll give you that, 100% better than nothing. But the problem is, once you take that cap off, all that dirt, debris, dead skin cells, everything that you washed up off of your scalp and off of your locks is trapped under that hairnet. So instead of being able to rinse it out and down the drain, it's literally just sitting, instead of on your scalp and in your roots, it's literally sitting on top of your hair. You can take the rag off and then you can physically see all that stuff on top of your hair. I've seen so many videos of people doing this. Some have better results than others, but the majority of the time, once you wash the hair, any of that dirt and debris and dead skin cells and all that stuff that you're trying to completely get out of your scalp and hair is just sitting on top of it, because the because the stocking cap literally just holds it in place. So again, my recommendation is don't use that, don't do that. Go ahead and just wash your hair, be gentle with it, obviously in the earlier stages, but it's not necessary to cover it up. Understand that some of these coils will unravel. That's literally just part of the process. So be patient, stick it out, and you'll be good. But I can understand, I can see the temptation to want to cover it up because you have maybe a very loose curl pattern. But again, the same thing applies. You do not need to cover your hair while you wash it. You just need to wash it gently and keep retwisting. But that's all I've got for the video today, guys. I hope you learned something today. I hope you got something out of this. And again, I want this to be a discussion, so make sure you go down to the comments. If you've got a different opinion on anything I've said, if you've maybe tried something I've said and it worked for you, that's fine. That's, like I said, I want to have a conversation about it. So go ahead and post down below what you think about these common rumors and myths, and maybe if you have any new ones or ones that I didn't mention, put those down below as well, and let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion. Maybe you might have an experience or something that changes my mind or my point of view about it. But either way, again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something. I noticed still most of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed, so hopefully after this video I've earned your subscription. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay locked, stay nappy, and we'll see you on the next video.